In just a few short years, Donald Trump and his allies have significantly dismantled and corrupted our democratic principles, practices, and institutions. Because of this continuing threat, we must insist that our elected officials and public institutions be guided by the rule of law and democratic ideals. Now, more than ever, it is imperative that every one of us be defenders of democracy. Following the 2020 election, Trump and Republicans took several steps to overturn the results. Election officials were intimidated, 62 lawsuits were filed, and some states conducted redundant and often unwarranted recounts. In every instance, these efforts failed and Joe Biden's victory was confirmed. In another breathtaking revelation, we've learned that the Justice Department is investigating several Republican groups who falsified documents and submitted illegitimate slates of electors in the hope of overturning the election. The failed violent January 6th attack on the Capitol by Trump supporters, recently referred to as legitimate political discourse by the Republican Party, did not stop Republican legislatures from weaponizing the baseless election claims and passing laws that seek to restrict voting access. It is clear that Republicans will break the law, cheat, and re-implement Jim Crow tactics to gain and keep power. Think Colorado is immune to these attacks on democracy? Think again. Here are 3 examples that bring into question Colorado Republicans' commitment to democracy. First, 2/3 of the Colorado House GOP members voted to thank Republican Representative Ron Hanks and those who joined him at the January 6th insurrection. A majority voted to call into question whether Joe Biden was legitimately elected and urged the decertification of the 2020 election to reinstall Trump. Second, 3 Colorado Republican county clerks are under investigation for potential breach of security protocol involving election equipment. Finally, the conservative members of the Douglas County School Board have been accused of breaking Colorado's Sunshine Law, holding meetings and taking actions in secret, not following due process and the rule of law. These actions are happening in our own backyard. So, you say, somebody should do something. And you're right. We are that somebody. We, the people, must stand up against relentless lies and attacks on the rule of law. We, the people, must stand against voter suppression, hate, and violence. We, the people, must stand up against propaganda and social media misinformation. And we must stand up for those who do the right thing, even when it is hard. John Adams, who understood what it takes to be a defender of democracy, wrote, "There are only 2 creatures of value on the face of the earth, those with the commitment and those who require the commitment of others." Please, commit to being a defender of democracy. Colorado and our country need you.